It's time for Good Game Spawn Point.
What's with the get up?
Oh, I'm in training for our Mario Tennis review.
Actually, you'll need this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Coming up on the show, we go for the Grand Slam in our review of Mario Tennis Aces.
Mario, yeah!
Plus, the hypnotic falling blocks of Lumines Remastered.
And we see if Aussie Team Yenar can take out the Splatoon 2 world title. I don't know if this is going to work for drop shots. Out!
Lumines Remastered is the latest installment in this series of Tetris-inspired puzzlers that'll see you bopping your head to the beat as you try and stack your way to victory.
Did someone say Lumines?
Darren.
It's been so long since I sunk my data tendrils into a challenging puzzler, so I'm just a little excited.
Well, I never played the original, and I doubt many Spawnlings did either. Did you want to give us a bit of Lumines history?
Affirmative, Gem.
Lumines Remastered is in fact an HD remake of Japanese developer and music producer Tetsuya Mizuguchi's critically acclaimed PSP game, Lumines Puzzle Fusion, which released way back in 2004. Since then, the Lumines series has made appearances on a multitude of consoles, with the PlayStation Vita version, Lumines Electronic Symphony, getting reviewed on GGSP back in 2012. I recall Hex and Barjo giving it high marks for its superb gameplay.
Oh, that's right. Thanks, Darren.
You're welcome.
The main mode in Lumines Remastered is called Challenge Mode. The core gameplay revolves around matching up the same coloured blocks to form a square. Once they're connected up, you have a brief window before they're wiped away to add more blocks, helping you chain together sweet combos and up your score. It's a simple idea and nothing we haven't already seen before, but as soon as that first block dropped, I was hooked.
Oh, I know what you mean. The way all your actions trigger different elements of the music really got me in. And there's something really satisfying about landing a solid combo, watching all the blocks disappear and seeing those points rake in. Once you've cleared away a certain amount, you'll progress on to the next level with a new theme and a new track to bop along to.
And this is where things start to get crazy. Songs with a faster tempo will see the blocks falling quicker, which can throw off your rhythm if you can't adapt fast enough. While during slower songs, it takes longer for the linked squares to be wiped away by the line that travels across the screen. Once the blocks have nowhere to fall, it's game over and you start right back at level 1.
It's so frustrating when you think you've got a good thing going and then you get thrown a few stray blocks that you can't line up and everything falls apart. Getting knocked out in the later rounds is particularly devastating because that could be 20+ minutes of solid puzzling gone in an instant. You really need to be able to change up your game plan on a moment's notice during those transitions.
Absolutely, and the only way you're going to learn this is by making mistakes. A lot of mistakes. But that's what I love most here. While the puzzle is the same round after round, how you play is constantly changing.
Yeah, they've nailed that fun versus frustrating balance, haven't they? Every time I was knocked out, I just wanted to jump straight back in, determined to beat my high score. Or yours.
This means war. But we should probably talk about the other modes available. Time Attack is my personal favourite, where you have a certain amount of time to link up and clear away as many blocks as you can. The catch is, rotating the blocks speeds up the clock, so you have to be smart about placement. It's super fast, hectic fun.
And it's good training for challenge mode. I really liked the mission modes myself, where you have to clear the blocks away in just a few moves. I liked that I always felt as though I was learning something new with each new puzzle. What about you, Darren? Darren?
Oh, sorry, I was just in a nail-biting standoff with a fellow AI in versus mode. Here Spawnlings can battle it out against a friend or the CPU, clearing out as many blocks as possible in order to expand their side of the screen. Oh, how I love to show off my puzzle prowess in such a visually stunning display.
Well, you should get back to it, Darren. I don't want to interrupt.
Back to winning!
Maybe it's my human brain, but I found particularly in the versus mode, all the colours and sounds are a bit too much. You've already got so much to think about that the strobing lights combined with the pounding music and the screen slowly shrinking in, it can be a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, it was a bit much at times, and it took me quite a while to get used to that sliding bar along the screen. But once I found a rhythm, no matter what mode I was in, I was able to just focus in on clearing those blocks. final thoughts, Gem?
I had a fantastic time with Lumines Remastered. It's challenging enough to keep you wanting to learn and improve without being so tough that you feel like you can't progress. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 rubber chickens.
I agree. It's a simple concept, but one that had me coming back for more every time. And it's such a great eclectic mix of music. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 rubber chickens as well.
Now about that high score.
Oh, bring it!
Welcome to the Spoop. The Spoop? Never heard of us. Oh, the Scoop! Welcome to the Scoop, not the Spoop. First up, could official mod support be coming to the Xbox One? Rumours have been swirling about so-called Xbox community content after a leaked presentation document suggested the possibility of mods or user-generated content support in games. Coupled with job listings from earlier this year suggesting the same, it's looking kinda likely. Of course, it's not officially confirmed at this stage, but could be good news for all the mod bods out there. Ah! Moving on to the story behind the long-lost port for Battletoads, the arcade game for Game Boy. A long-time developer of the game company Rare recently revealed that a port of the game, also known as Super Battletoads, was finished, but never released due to poor sales of the original arcade version. He apparently had a hard time even convincing fellow Rare employees of its existence, until he tracked it down on disc in 2015. Though not as hard as actually playing Battletoads, I'll bet. The original is known as one of the most challenging games of all time. And finally, the first round of Fortnite's Playground mode has given rise to all sorts of crafty creations. The limited time game mode let crafting take centre stage, with a private island, more resources and time, and the option to invite up to 4 friends to join. Some of the most interesting builds included Mario Kart-style trolley race setups and some pretty impressive castles and mansions. You certainly wouldn't be able to build all that in the heat of a battle royale without being taken out. And now, the extra scoop. This week, a look back in time to the year 2000 and the original Xbox prototype. Made of aluminium, each prototype unit cost apparently $18,000 to make, and it sure looks a lot more X-shaped and boxy than the commercially released version. Hey, I just realised why they call it an Xbox. And that's the scoop for this week. If you found something a bit extra scoopy, send it to us here. Okay, where's my mask? I want to scare Goose or Rad.
Australians love a bit of competition, but more than that, they love an underdog. You know, the tale of a team that comes out of nowhere and surprises the rest of the world with a bit of that good old Aussie sportsmanship. And esports is no different. This year, Nintendo are giving Splatoon 2 players the unique opportunity to go from playing on the couch at home to competing on the world stage. It's going to be a really exciting journey. That journey began way back in April with 24 teams competing in an online knockout competition over 2 weekends. The prize? A trip to E3. Each weekend had a winning team, and for those 2 teams, that journey continues here in Melbourne at the 2018 AUNZ Splatoon 2 Grand Final. Winner of the first qualifier was Team Yeah Nah.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
I'm Ladias.
I'm River or Roland.
I'm FLC.
Awesome.
Just FLC.
Tell me, how do you guys come together as a team?
Ladias came to me probably just before Splatoon 2 came out.
Yep.
And we wanted to sort of put together kind of a, an all-star lineup, I guess, of all the best players from
A super team.
Super team, yeah.
Beating last year's AUNZ champions, the Blue Ring Doctorlings, and the winner of the second qualifier, Team Scarface.
Hi, I'm Max, otherwise known as Gozo.
I'm Leon, or Spaceman.
I'm Wyatt, or Iclox.
I'm Shelby, you probably know me as Scarpa.
Tell me, how did you guys come together as a team?
We're not really a clan or a team kind of thing. We're more just like a group of mercenaries. I'd like to think, a couple of the best players just thrown together. A couple of ragtag, a couple of scallywags, just trying to win. Yeah.
While both teams were here to win, only one of them could take home the golden controllers. It was time to let the ink do the talking. The rules are simple. Cover as much of the stage with your own coloured ink. The team with the most ink at the end of each battle wins, and whichever team wins the best of 9 battles is off to E3 to compete on the world stage. The first game was a razor-thin finish, with Yeah Nah taking out the victory.
That will be Yeah Nah!
Wins Yeah Nah.
That a narrow 0.2% victory on stage 1.
Brimming with confidence after their first win, Yeah Nah stormed through the next 3 matches, even after team member Gabe dropped out mid-match.
We aren't esports without technical difficulties, so I guess we're esports now.
At 4-0 up, Yeah Nah only needed one more win to be AUNZ champs. Team Scarface were in trouble.
Hi Fox, 4 down.
Yeah.
How are you going to turn this around?
Well, gotta stay calm,
Yep.
coordinate, and just push back in the second the knocks out. FLC gets the huge breakthrough they're taking.
Yenar carried their strong form into the 5th match, taking down Scarface 5-0, securing their tickets to E3 in LA for the World Championships and their chance to take on the best Splatoon teams from around the globe.
Congrats, that was fantastic. You guys absolutely smashed it. So what is the next step? Is it just training non-stop?
Or so.
Yeah?
Just find a bunch of scrims, fight high-level people, just grind it out.
Well, I might not be high-level competition, but a week out from the World Champs, I guess any practice is good practice.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Team Yenar. Are you guys pumped?
Yes.
We've definitely got our work cut out for us.
How often are you guys actually practicing?
We've tried to get as much practice in as we could.
Oh, no. Oh, who was that?
Sorry, Goose.
I like that you were just casually
Hi.
chatting while you're just obliterating me. Stop it, leave me alone. I'm really bad at this, leave me alone. No!
I'm sorry.
You could have gone easy on me.
I was trying.
This is the problem with playing against a team who are in like the World Championships.
That definitely looks like a yellow to me.
That was me inking the base. Oh, that is awesome. Well, guys, good luck. Looking forward to catching you guys when we get over there.
Thank you.
We'll see you in LA.
Touchdown in LA, Hollywood, E3 and the Splatoon 2 World Championships.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
The crowd in the championship arena was buzzing, and I have to admit, I had quite a feeling of pride seeing Yenar up on the stage. This is where our Aussie team would be going up against the best teams from Japan, USA and Europe. Kicking off the event were ranking matches to determine who Yenar would take on in the knockout stages. It was the GG boys from Japan first and set to destroy X from USA next, with both games showing Yenar just how difficult the competition was going to be.
GG boys with the victory.
Losing both matches ranked them 4th and lined them up against the #1 ranked Japanese team again for the knockouts. Game 1, Splat Zones. The aim of the game is to cover a zone in your coloured ink for 100 seconds to win.
There is going to be a constant battle in the middle of Mart.
That custom blaster catching River as he tried to flank. Oh, but another blaster, but then FLC gets put down and Yamamichi gets splatted.
Yenar got some time early on, but GG boys eventually took the first match. Game 2 was Clam Blitz, where winning means shooting clams into your opponent's net. The GG boys were able to keep Yenar from scoring a single goal and took a convincing 2-0 lead.
And the GG boys get the KO against Yana from Australia.
Game 3, Tower Control. Like a tug of war, teams wrestle over control of a single tower that moves away from the base of the team in control of it. Riding the tower into the enemy base wins the game. Yenar had to win this or it would be game over for their shot at the World Championship. And once again, the GG boys got off to a strong start.
We have the GG boys on the tower once again.
But it wasn't over yet. Team Yenar mounted an incredible comeback with some moments of utter brilliance.
Latia, sweeter than Nutella with that charger right there, taking out a couple opponents at that point.
But GG boys were too strong, and in the end, they rode the tower to victory with just 2 seconds left on the clock.
To see the GG boys close things out, 2 seconds left, and that will do it for the GG boys.
Team Yenar, we're here, we're in LA, we've made it. Obviously you guys knocked out, but I want to start with the positives. What's the adventure been like coming over here?
It's been amazing. Like everyone's been really supportive, and like we've got to meet some of our fans, and yeah, it's been wonderful.
And then coming here to an event like this today, all the hype, all the spectacle, the celebrities up in the crowd and everything, does that put the pressure on?
No, we just tried to focus on ourselves, really.
We're kind of used to being the underdogs, having the least amount of followers on Twitter.
Quickly talk me through sort of what happened through the games.
We were kind of unsure what we wanted to do. We'd never played the teams before. We just took it in our stride and did our best.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we can do.
Let's give it up for Yana and their participation here, putting up a worthy battle.
So I guess we're one of the top 4 teams in the world, right?
Yenar's World Championship might be over, but from playing at home online only 3 months ago to top 4 in the world, they really have done us proud on this incredible journey.
All right, let's smash through some of these gaming queries, shall we, Jem?
Smash right through, of course. First Next up, we have a video question from Isabella.
Hi GGSP, I have some questions for you. 1. Why isn't Kirby in Mario Kart? 2. What's the final boss like in the old Super Mario Bros? And 3. Why isn't Waluigi in the new Smash Brothers? Thank you. Bye.
Oh, thanks, Isabella. For your awesome video efforts making it onto the show, we'll be sending you a GGSP pin.
Yay! Well, in answer to your first question about why Kirby isn't in Mario Kart, well, it's hard to say exactly why he's not a part of the official lineup. It could be because I don't think Kirby is really a part of the main Super Mario games, aside from maybe the odd cameo. Kirby is in Smash Bros, but that's a little bit different.
That could be the case. Although, actually, what about Link? Wasn't he added to Mario Kart 8 in the DLC?
Oh, yeah. And Isabelle and the Villager from Animal Crossing too. Well, I don't know what to believe then.
Well, it is worth mentioning that in the Wii U's Mario Kart 8, the Kirby amiibo can be used to access a Kirby outfit for your Mii Racer. And that gives the impression that Kirby is racing. Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. But who's to say they won't include Kirby in the future?
Always possible. Now, to your question about what the final boss is like in the old Super Mario Brothers. Well, it's no surprise that it's Mario's nemesis, Bowser, who is the final boss of the first Super Mario Brothers on the NES. Avoiding Bowser's hammers and fire breath, Mario can either jump over him and hit the hammer on the other side of the bridge, sending Bowser falling to his doom, or Mario can take Bowser out by firing his own fireballs. Take that!
Classic Super Mario Brothers. Moving on to your question about why Waluigi isn't in the new Super Smash Bros. For Switch.
Why, indeed. Despite the fact that Nintendo claimed that everyone is here, in the new Switch Smash, fans of Luigi's purple-clad rival were upset to discover Waluigi features only as an assist in the game.
We haven't heard any official response from Nintendo about why this is, but it sure has caused a stir, sparking a Justice for Waluigi internet movement.
Maybe Nintendo will take notice. Until then, I guess Waluigi will have to keep his main smashing for Mario Tennis Aces. Ha! Look at that Rose work.
Great Rose pose. Now on to our next question from the Banana King.
Banana King. I hope his question is appealing.
Dear GGSP, I've got a few questions for you. Number 1, do you think Forza Horizon is one of the best racing games? Number in Sea of Thieves, which type of crew do you think is the best? Galleon, sloop, or solo? If you do not answer, my bananas will explode your headquarters. ... I will also explode the world. Thanks, Banana King, your high potassium highness.
Good work. I don't know about you, Jem, but the Forza Horizon games are definitely up there amongst my favourite races. I particularly like Forza Horizon 3, which was set in Australia. And of course, there's a new Forza Horizon game to look forward to in October, which is set in the UK with seasons and world events and sheep. Oh my!
Yes, they are pretty great. As to which crew is best in the Sea of Thieves, well, it depends on what you're in the mood for. The 4-person galleon is great if you have some good friends on board. It's so much fun to share those high sea hijinks with some pirate pals.
But sometimes you might be feeling like a solo sail, taking in some of those seaside sunsets in solitude. That can be risky though if you encounter another big ship with a full crew, and navigating while sailing alone can be a bit of a challenge. Let's not forget the fate of the Flying Goose.
Oh yes, R.I.P. the Flying Goose. Now I think we have time for one last question. This one's from Darren's brother in Darrenville.
A whole ville full of Darrens?
Terrifying.
There would be no noobs though. Will the Minecraft Aquatic update be released on all consoles? P.S. Darren is king. Darren is king. We better let Darren know his brother has a question.
Hello, you've reached Darren.
Hi, Darren, Goose here. Apparently you have a brother and he has an Ask SP question.
Oh, how nice to hear from the old robot. He's just a half-brother. His name is Daryl, which stands for Dynamic Algorithm Robot for the Remodeling of Yacht Lasers. He assists with nautical anti-noob efforts in international waters. What's his question?
He's wondering if the Minecraft Aquatic update will be released on all consoles, which I guess makes sense if he works in the international waters.
Well, bro, the Update Aquatic is available on the newer Bedrock versions of Minecraft for Xbox One and Switch. It's also coming to the PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, PS Vita, and Wii U versions. So not technically all consoles ever, but still quite a few. Is that all? Any other pertinent messages?
No, nothing about you being king at all. Bye, Darren.
Oh, goodbye.
Well, it looks like we're plumb out of time. If you have a question you'd like to ask, head here. And remember, if you make a video question that makes it onto the show, you'll be the lucky owner of a GGSP pin.
Where does the expression plumb out come from?
Plums?
Mario Tennis Aces on the Switch brings all the racket-swinging fun to the wacky world of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Mario is no stranger to a bit of sports, and this isn't his first foray onto the court.
Indeed, he began his tennis career in 1995 with Mario's Tennis on the Virtual Boy. Since then, there's been a number of different Mario Tennis games, bringing him across numerous consoles, all the way to 2018 with Mario Tennis Aces.
Historical. Mario Tennis Aces offers a few different modes of play, but all have very similar gameplay mechanics. Using the thumbstick and various button presses, you can control the direction and type of shot. You can build up a powerful, high-speed shot by charging up each of your regular hits, or use a powerful zone shot if your opponent hits an easy ball, which is a bit like a smash.
These tough shots can be blocked by timing your return at just the right moment.
However, hit it too early and you risk damaging your racket. Take too much damage and it can break, causing you to lose the match if you don't have any spares.
Oh no!
Rad, I thought this was a really interesting addition to the series, at times feeling more like a fighting game. It definitely took me a while to master, but I found once I got the hang of the zone speed feature that uses energy to go into slow motion, matches turned from friendly back and forth into intense power struggles.
I wasn't feeling it. I maybe could have been on board if the controls felt really tight, but to me they just don't. Zone shots are telegraphed by a short pause, which gives you a chance to go into slow motion and return it. But by the time the ball reaches you, your slow-mo has usually run out. But if you wait too long to slow things down, you risk the ball just whizzing right past you.
I thought the controls actually felt fine. To me, this played as good, if not better, than previous games in the series. And after the woefully featureless tennis outing on the Wii U that was Ultra Smash, I enjoyed how much more there was to juggle in any one match. I even turned around a few losing matches by just going after my opponent's racket. It didn't feel totally fair, but a win is a win.
I do love to win. If you want to forego the button pressing, you can try swing mode, which I was really keen for. This uses motion control so you can use the Joy-Con as a virtual racket, swinging your arm like a real tennis pro. This felt even less accurate than using buttons, but was a whole lot of fun anyway.
When it comes to other game modes, there's free play and traditional tournaments, and you can play local co-op against the AI or online. But for a more in-depth single-player experience, there is adventure mode.
The campaign has a super zany story. An evil, sentient racket with mind control powers has taken control of Waluigi and Wario. You have to collect 5 Power Stones before the racket does in order to stop its evil plot.
To do so, you'll journey through numerous tennis matches and vaguely tennis-related mini-battles. Everything still involves hitting a ball with your tennis skills, but sometimes it'll be a puzzle, mini-game, or boss battle. Like this one, where you need to rally with a giant piranha plant until it falls over, exposes a weak spot that you smash with a zone shot. These can be really tricky, so I guess you could think of them as training sessions.
You could, but to me they felt more like annoying not tennis sessions, which I had to slog through in order to continue. I came to play tennis, not whack-a-mole. The challenges were also really hard, and at times didn't feel quite fair.
The odds are certainly not stacked in your favour. As you face up against various opponents, there's always something new about the court to add a little spice to the mix. It's usually something that'll hit the ball back at you, but that only affects you and not your opponent. It's tough, but I do admire how many creative ways they've found to put a spin on the game.
I found it got in the way of what I came here for, which is tennis. And at the core of it, I think that's what was lacking in this game for me, that sense of satisfying flow. There's almost none of that meditative quality to a rally, which is what I love about real-life tennis. Plus, the scoring system has been altered and is a little confusing at times, which stops it from feeling like real tennis. And in the end, I found myself feeling like matches were dragging on.
Well, being a Mario Tennis game, I think it's okay to change things up a bit. And I feel like this new zone system is a great example of this. You can always play simple rules for classic fun rallies with some of your favourite Nintendo characters, plus it has that trademark feel-good charm with colourful characters and satisfying sounds. It's not a tennis simulator by any means, but it's a crazy fun run around the court. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 rubber chickens.
I really wanted more from this. I didn't enjoy the single-player campaign much, and the controls just didn't feel snappy enough for me. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Nice to see Waluigi wasn't left out of that game.
Oh, he's a veritable Roger Federer of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Now guys, if you enjoyed seeing me catch up with Yerna earlier in the show, then next week we've got loads more Splatoon 2. When we review the massive single-player DLC adventure, Octo Expansion.
Plus, we go fast on land, sea, and in the sky in our review of The Crew 2.
to catch up with our online content, including our weekly live streams every Friday from 4 p.m. Hopefully we'll see you there. And remember, be nice, have fun, and keep gaming. Rat out.
Goose out.
Gem out.